No, Hangman is not phoning it in.
He has.
The story. This is how I know this doesn't work.
We can't have Cody Rhodes be champion all the damn time. Right?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
We can't. None of these guys will have a chance if the same people are in the main event.
What is up, everyone? It's been a busy week around here. We had Dynamite, some crazy Raw, SmackDown, and we tapped it off with Full Gear. Now, we're going to discuss it all here on the weekly finisher.
Woohoo! It's your boy, A Styles.
My boy, A Styles, and I am Beefy Supreme. Beefy.
Supremo! Supremo! The Supreme, you're getting no more. So you need the Supremo. If you know what I mean. If you know what I mean.
I do know what you mean. So, A Styles,
talk to me.
Give Full Gear?
Oh, I gave it a straight 10 out of 10. I think arguably one of the best pay-per-views of 2020, hands down. In my honest opinion, it had every single type of wrestling, from cinematic matches to the hardcore to the no flips, just fists, to tag team wrestling, an amazing women's match. I have to agree, it was a solid card for AEW.
What do you mean you have to agree? You agree with yourself?
Yeah, to myself. Myself.
Okay, Ace, I'm going to go full Twitter on you. This event, I feel like we should learn from legends. We should learn, all right? And there's a great legend called Bret Hart who told us sometimes things are 4 out of 10. Ace, this is a 4 out of 10. This might even be worse than the last pay-per-view.
Okay.
Like, and we almost lost Matt Hardy to concrete. Like this is not good.
Okay.
Like, you guys
okay.
Everyone's
Beefy,
so easy, man.
Beefy, I'm gonna need you to stop with your spiciness, okay? You're not a spicy beefy 5-layer burrito. You understand me? Okay? You're supposed to be a good beefy 5-layer burrito, and you're not right now. First of all, what do you mean it was a bad pay-per-view? Okay? Granted, last week's Dynamite was a damn good Dynamite, I have to say so myself, because it set up the pay-per-view nicely. Now, granted, we talked about this on the show last week, right? The tag team match wasn't built right. The women's match wasn't built right. But
they weren't.
But the pay-per-view capped it all off. It was by far what, Beefy?
How did Dynamite end this week?
Dynamite ended with it was with the tag team match between the American Nightmare versus Dark Order.
What a great way to get into a pay-per-view, right? Come on, man. Okay, Ace. Hey, this is bad. I feel like, okay, I am the biggest AEW fan out here. All right?
Biggest mark.
I have all this merchandise I've been buying.
You do.
And it's I'm considering whether to keep it or not.
Okay, so let's break down the card. Let's go to the first match, right? Let's go to the first. Let's skip the buy-in. Let's go to the first match, right? It was Kenny Omega versus Hangman Adam Page. Let's break that one down first. Right off the bat.
You can't break it down. You know why? Because that match was underwhelming. We have been waiting for this match for who knows. Okay. At Revolution, I still think I witnessed the greatest tag team match of all time. We had Kenny and we had Hangman versus the Young Bucks. To this date, the most beautiful tag team match I've ever seen. And they've been building ever since.
Yes.
And so then, all of a sudden, we're like, all right, we're heading. They're going to fight each other this week. We could get a regular, 20-minute match, and then that's it. That's it. Okay,
I don't think you were watching the same match I was watching.
No,
that match wasn't a basic ass Dynamite match. That match was two best friends going at it, and the story told in that match was beautiful. They were countering each other's moves. They took out all the things. It was pound for pound a damn good match. A damn good match.
Was it everything you wanted out of that match?
Okay, for example, and I get what you're saying, right? And a lot of people say this is the same thing, right? So Twitter said the same thing. They were like, I wanted more. It left me wanting more. Here's the thing, right? You forget. This is a qualifying match, right? We're not number one. Number two, this isn't WWE where this is an end all be all and that's it, right? AEW does one thing well. and that's one thing that I praise about them. They do long stories.
Pyro? They do pyro well.
Huh? Don't play. Don't play. Here's the thing, right? AEW, one thing that does phenomenally well is long-term storytelling. And this is long-term storytelling. Because we know
this isn't long-term anymore, Andy.
It is because you have to look at the character of Hangman Page, right? You have to look at the character of Hangman Page. For the first time in his life, right? Go back even to the match Revolution, right? He has been phoning it in since that day.
No, he has.
And you know what?
You're reading.
I'm watching the same thing you're watching because you look and it tells you he's drinking a lot. He doesn't care. He's like, oh, I got a tag match. Okay, cool. Well, I guess I'll just go in there and do what I got to do.
Hangman is not phoning it in.
He has.
Story. This is how I know this doesn't work. Because this story, like, you're not reading this correctly at all. Hangman has never just like winged it. Like, he's never done that. He's never just winged it by.
He has.
No, Hangman is just depressed that who he thought were his friends actually aren't his friends, and he actually doesn't have that much of a connection in this wrestling business. Like, I feel Hangman goes and drinks because he committed his whole life to this career, and he doesn't have anyone. He doesn't have anyone to join along with him who agrees with him. We got a Bernie Sanders supporter among Trump supporters. Like he's struggling he's struggling with identity. And so he drinks the pain away. Exactly.
So why? So again. So let's go back. Let's go back to the Stadium Stampede match, right? He came in with a cat with the horse. Then he went straight to go drinking, right? And he went against Jake Hager. What was that about? That shows you that he didn't care.
No. Okay, that's the difference. No.
But that's what I'm saying, though.
He shouldn't care.
And exactly, right? So there's multiple layers to his character. So
but he cared about his tag team matches. He didn't care about the care about the stupid elite matches because he's not a part of the elite.
And here's the thing, right? And that's why this match was so beautifully told. Because look what happened at the end, right? In the beginning of the match, Kenny extended his arm. Hangman said no, right? Hangman said no, right? And then the last what Kenny should have done, right? It's usually shown if he wins the match, he's the one who stays afterwards and he praises. He did not. Kenny left first, and we saw Hangman.
Yeah.
This was the ultimate downfall. Now we actually get the Lone Ranger, the Lone Cowboy.
But you are telling me you're like, oh, you shouldn't expect more from this match because this is a qualifying match.
What I'm saying, that's the beauty of this match. It left you wanting more. So now you have a reason to root even more for Cowboy and say, you know what? I want him to dethrone Kenny. Because we already know.
Saying, hey guys, no.
Talk about it.
This is like saying, oh, we should have The Rock and Stone Cold be an opening match just to qualify it. Don't worry about it. It's just gonna be like a quick 15-minute match. We good.
It wasn't like 15 minutes. It was 20 minutes.
No. You are way too passive on these people.
I'm not passive. I'm saying here's my issue. It was a damn good match, and my thing is, you wanted a Tokyo Dome match, right? That's what you wanted.
That's what I want.
This wasn't it.
Then why are you taking my money? If you're not gonna give me Tokyo quality match, why are you taking my money?
Because it was still a damn good match.
No. If you're gonna give me that type of quality match, then take my food stamps. Don't take my money. All right, not happening.
You tripping. You're legitimately that your excuse for that match is I could exactly tell you that and say, why are we still watching Monday Night Raw? Why are we still watching WWE wrestling? If that's your reasoning for hating on this match, then I seriously want to see why are we still watching WWE when they gave us shoehorn ballroom ugly wrestling matches.
We're not. Nobody is watching Raw. Have you seen the ratings?
And that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. So my thing with you is, why are you trashing this match when it was a damn good match? That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I didn't pay for a damn good match. I paid for excellence.
And overall, you had a damn excellent card. But fine. All right, fine. Match number 1 didn't sell you. Let's go to
I want my money back. I want my money back.
Fine. Match number 1 didn't sell you. Let's go to match number 2. my boy Silver versus Orange Cassidy. What'd you think?
Okay, again, no one cares. No one cares. Like, I don't understand why we're waiting. I'm not gonna spend my time talking on this stupid match. Like, I don't have time for this. Like, we have things that we have to talk about that are actually important, and you want me to spend 10 minutes talking about Silver and Orange Cassidy? Come on, Ace.
I thought it was a damn fun match. I thought it was great. Fine. No, match number 2 didn't sell you. Fine. Match number 3: Cody Rhodes versus Darby Allin.
All right. Okay, so they've had good chemistry. They've always had good
chemistry.
I don't like the title change. I don't agree with it at all. I don't. Again, you're telling me that AEW puts effort into all these stories and they have long-term.
Look at the very first Dynamite between Darby Allin versus Cody Rhodes. Right off the bat, Cody Rhodes was like, "You're a good hand. You're not great." Every match. This is their 4th match, right? In the past 3 matches, Cody Rhodes has been treating Darby Allin as a pissant, as somebody who's not in his league. And go back and watch the psychology of those matches. You see Cody Rhodes basically treating Darby Allin as somebody who's not at this level. Even in the promo package, he said, "You're a good hand, but you're not the ace. You're not the face of TNT." And even as this match progressed, Cody arguably was getting more cocky. Was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Stay down." Even Arn Anderson was saying, "What are you doing? Stay the fuck down. You're not good. You're not good." What happened? Cody fucked up, and Darby got the win.
Okay, we've seen that progression. I like that progression. That's fine. Are you telling me that Darby is ready now?
I'm saying I'm personally saying that it's going to be that scenario, and I don't want to quote Triple H. But I might have to quote Triple H. Which is, we will see if the title makes a champion or the title or the champion makes a title. So we'll see how that goes.
No. I don't like that. I don't like that. The title should never make it. No, the title should never make anyone.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. It goes back to what we're seeing, right? And it goes back to Cody Rhodes' speech. He says, "All you year 1 rookies, now's your chance. Let's see what you can do. Put up or shut up. This is year 2 now. Can Darby Allin rise to the occasion? I don't know. We'll see. We will see. But you can't lie and say
I don't want to see. That's my thing. Darby, okay, I feel like, again, these guys aren't. Cody is a main eventer.
Yes,
what is he doing? So he just lost to Darby, who's been moaning in the stands for like the past 2 weeks. He's been throwing himself. First off, your champion is getting run over by cars on Dynamite on a weekly basis. Like, we don't need this.
The match told a beautiful story. The ending was great. We can't have Cody Rhodes be champion all the damn time. Right?
Yes, we can.
We can.
Okay. We just defeated Brody Lee. Yes, we did. And we defeated him with a great return from like a black-haired Cody that came out of some random planet. Like, he came back and he's like, "Hey man, I'm so serious. I'm gonna beat Brody Lee." He beat Brody Lee. Yes. And then he loses like 2 weeks later to this kid. Come on, man.
And again, whose fault is that? That's Cody Rhodes' fault.
No. It's his booking fault, and I want my money back.
No, because he underestimated Darby Allin. The storyline is presented to yourself right there and then, right? I don't know what more you want. You have to remember, it's like Cody Rhodes said, this is year 2, right? Full year 1, we had Cody Rhodes carrying the TNT champion. He is the only person within the Elite who was a VP who had a champion who was carrying the title, right? Now we're seeing Young Bucks, who we'll get into that match later, and now we're having Kenny go into the Rise, right? Year 2 will be the year of the Elite. I'm telling you right now, will be the year of the Elite, okay? Cody Rhodes is gone. He had his year. Now it's time to get newer guys, right? These newer guys got to make.
I'll let you have it. I'll let you have it. I hope you enjoy yourself.
I did.
You know,
I did.
Maybe I'll come along.
The Drew McIntyre match. So you tell me, watch a Darby Allin versus Cody Rhodes, or do you want to see a Drew McIntyre match?
Oh, it depends.
Pretty simple.
Is Drew McIntyre taking on Darby?
No, he's probably going to go against maybe a Sheamus.
Maybe a Sheamus
if you're lucky.
I don't like, again, another 4 out of 10. Let's go. Let's keep going.
Oh my God, 4 out of 10. Cinematic match between Matt Hardy and Sammy Guevara.
this is where we get into TNA levels. What is this, man?
It was a culmination of Matt Hardy trying to fix a very dangerous feud, and now he got his W. You didn't pop for Gangrel. You didn't pop for Hurricane Helms.
No. Why would I? Hey guys. You should pay for this pay-per-view. You won't believe who's gonna show up. You're not gonna believe who's gonna show up.
I agree. The cinematic match wasn't that great, but it was still fun. It was still enjoyable. I thought it was okay. It wasn't as great, but I thought it was okay. It was still a fun.
I like the Hurricane. I have a Hurricane cape in my house.
See, there you go. So why are you hating?
I have a Hurricane cape. I feel like he was one of the most underrated from the Attitude Era.
There you go.
I used to follow Shane Helms at WCW when he was part of 3 Count. WCW. Shane Helms was amazing.
There you go.
He was like top notch. So I have no problems with him or Gangrel.
There you go.
I didn't get it, man.
Okay, maybe it wasn't for you, but it was still a good match. Okay, so fine. We found
4 out of 10.
Jesus Christ. Then now we're getting into the big card, right? Now we had Sheeta versus Nyla, which I thought was one of the best women's pay-per-view matches that we had in a long time. I thought.
No, I agree. I don't understand why Nyla hasn't been used this whole time.
Yeah, and you know, and my boy TK, friend of the show, by the way.
Friend of the show.
He is. I heard him. In the media scrum, he basically
not after these ratings.
Well, that's on you. That's on you. He's a friend of the show for me, though. Not that on you. You don't different story. So TK said that he himself faults himself for not putting the Nyla storyline more on Dynamite, and he forgets that sometimes, even though he puts a lot more effort, he puts effort in AEW Dark, he forgets that not a lot of people watch AEW Dark, and so he said he puts that on himself for not pushing the storyline more on Dynamite, and he said he's going to go forward to fix that. He knows that the AEW Women's Division needs a lot of work, and hopefully he'll get that going as these couple more weeks push out. But I thought the match was incredible.
Well, I'm glad he knows.
And then we go into arguably, in my opinion, one of the best top 10 or top 5 tag team matches of all time. The Elite or Young Bucks versus FTR. I thought it was a 5 out of 5 match. I thought the storytelling that they told in that match was incredible. Them using the old generational moves. The ending of the match was so beautiful. I could go on and on about this match, but I'm pretty sure you hated it.
No, I didn't hate it. If anything, this is the only part that gave them some points, because without this match, you got a 0 out of 10 to bet.
Oh my God.
This gave the pay-per-view the 4 points. Like, I feel like the Young Bucks are vastly underrated. The Young Bucks are great, and I like the storytelling. I feel like FTR always tries to play really clean, and they try to play off that, but the minute that they're struggling, they actually start cheating, or they pull the 450 splash. Like, they start doing things that is like everything they hate, like, and it turns into something different. And I like that.
Great. See that we got one.
That was beautiful. Oh, and they had the Young Bucks they had Lakers colors.
They did.
FTR had Celtic colors.
Yes.
And the story is, you have this more old school traditional team against this like flashy like Showtime team.
Yes.
And so I like that. Of course, the Lakers are always better. So everyone knew who was going to win, baby. We got another championship in the house, baby.
Oh, my God. I can't stand you. And then finally the main event between Eddie Kingston versus John Moxley, which No,
wait. What do you mean? And then we spent like 2 minutes on this match. I got a producer complaining that we're not spending enough time.
Okay, can we talk about the fact that they finally won the titles?
Talk about it.
The company has been around for what, a year and a half?
A year and a half.
We've been waiting a long time to see the Young Bucks win this, and you guys are just moving on. Can you talk about the significance of this moment?
That's my problem. I said this. Ace wants to spend time talking about Eddie Kingston and about Orange Cassidy and all these people, Darby, when we should be talking about the Elite, baby.
Okay, but here's the thing, right? And here's the thing, right? And this is why, again, I have to say that this is why you guys are in this WWE booking style mentality, right? It's a big accomplishment for the Elite and the Young Bucks getting the title, right? But that's what I'm saying, though, right? they can't always be at the top.
Why not? Why not?
Because we only have, those are the only stars you have.
What's the problem?
What's the problem is you have to build stars. That's the problem with WWE.
This is a problem. No, this is why we need to discuss this. This is a problem. You and a lot of wrestling fans are always in rebuilding mode. You guys are stop rebuilding. And you know why? You need to watch more NBA. That's why I mentioned the Lakers. Everyone's always like, hey, we got to draft better. We got to draft these young guys. We got to build stars. No, you don't. No, you don't. You get your main eventers and you win championships. End of story.
But that's for how long?
Stop trying.
For how long?
No. You know why? The Macho Man told us the cream rises to the top, baby. Like, stop building people. They build themselves. Like, stop. You told me that a championship. You said that a championship might make people. Stop. Like, you will get the title when you earn it. End of story.
But that's okay, and that's facts. But none of these guys will have a chance if the same people are in the main event.
They will.
They won't. If that was the case.
In WCW, we used to have Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Kevin Nash. Yeah. We had Sting, Lex Luger, and guess what? You couldn't cut through. No. But then Goldberg came in and said, "Hey, I'm special. I am special."
But that was because of booking wise, though. If you go back they were
booking.
slowly building him up, though.
They build right back too. They build people all the time. They build Wardlow,
and they failed. Wardlow is still going on.
No one cares, but they cared about Goldberg. So guess what? Goldberg built himself, and we gave him the shot. DDP was a nobody, but guess what?
He started building.
No. We didn't force it. He built himself. Stop trying to force people. Darby's not ready. Eddie Kingston is not ready. You're not ready. And the same thing happened with the Radicals when we had Chris Benoit, Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero. They try to push people when they're not ready. You got to push them when they're ready.
I get what you're saying. But here's the thing, right? Your mentality is let people when they're ready. How are they going to be ready when the same people are at the top?
I'll tell you how you know you're ready. You just complain about Drew McIntyre. Do you like Drew McIntyre?
No.
Why?
Because he doesn't have it.
There you go. That's it. So stop it. The minute he gets it, then we'll put him up.
How long is that going to take, though?
I don't know that. Again,
and that's the thing, though. And that's the problem. You don't know. How old is this cat already? We had Drew McIntyre when he was a baby. He didn't have it then. He came back. He came back. Does he have it? No, he does not. So now you tell me, how long do we have to wait till he's in his 50s? Till he's in his 60s? I don't know.
I asked you guys to talk about the Young Bucks, and you're talking about Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, we don't have time. This producer, I'm not listening to this right now. I want to debate this. The truth is, you're saying how long do we have to wait?
We got 10 minutes.
Stop waiting. Let me tell you my answer. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. Like we keep moving on. We're gonna keep having great matches. The Young Bucks will keep fighting the Lucha Brothers. They'll keep fighting the great tag teams that are out there, best friends, and then we'll keep going. And the minute that someone decides to join them, the minute that someone decides to step up, then that's when they'll join. I'm not waiting. Stop waiting.
And that mentality is, I'm sorry, but that's bad booking. It's bad booking. It's bad booking. Because here's the problem. That's why, and again, that's why for Survivor Series, we're building this whole thing up with Undertaker. Because guess what? That's arguably their biggest star of all of them people.
There you go.
So again, why do I want to see an old ass man who has bad knees? Because he's the only one. Because he's the only one, like you said, he's the main event. And all these guys, and Kevin Owens.
And you're saying why do you want to pay? Because you will. You will. And by the way, you're ready. When they pushed Bray Wyatt a long time ago, they pushed them. They gave him the title. They pushed them against The Undertaker. He already fought The Undertaker at WrestleMania. And everyone's like, we can't keep waiting. And it sucked. No one remembers any of it. But guess what? Bray Wyatt's ready now. Bray Wyatt's a fiend. And I will pay to go see Bray Wyatt. So there you go. You don't wait for anyone. It'll happen when it happens. And the Young Bucks and Cody and Hangman and Kenny and John Moxley should be the only people we should even be talking about today. Everyone else doesn't matter.
Well, guess what? You got your wish. Next year, it's all going to be about Kenny Omega and Young Bucks. So, again, congratulations to Young Bucks for winning the tag team titles. I don't agree with Supreme's booking. It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Can we talk about the Young Bucks finally winning it all? If the Young Bucks never win the titles, and then, like, it's like, oh, I guess they were an okay team. They need to actually, I feel like the fans that came into AEW already had this preconceived notion that they're main eventers and big people. Yeah. But you have to remember, this is a new company, and this company needs records and then needs achievements and highlights. Yeah. And the Young Bucks need that in order to actually be a top main event.
Yes. What?
What?
And guess what? They had their moment, and it was a great match. It was a great match. The meaning behind it is great. And like our producer was saying, the magnitude of them winning was incredible, and there's nothing wrong with that. And everything that you just said, that this is going to be the culmination, the big marquee, the big match in the media scrum. They said this next year they're gonna have quite arguably the best title run they had in a long time. They said in the media scrum.
I love it.
And let me tell you something. That's what Cody Rhodes did with the TNT Championship.
No, he didn't.
And he put over.
I feel no. All of this year, 2021, I want to see all of the elite with the titles, and I don't want any of them to. I don't want any of them to lose it till 2023.
They won't. They won't.
Well, I love.
You're gonna get your wish. You're gonna get your wish.
Christmas came early, baby.
But again, now you have the likes of Private Party. The Lucha Bros. You have so many people that you've already built up. Now we can see those matches. Now we're gonna care even more. Everything there's in the writing. For example, you were complaining about Hangman Page. When Kenny Omega, like you said, you want him to have a great championship. When it's time for the Lone Ranger, the Lone Cowboy to come back, that match is gonna be great. Because now the stakes are high. Kenny can come back and say, I beat you. You're nothing. I'm the champion. I'm having a great run. Cowboy says, I'm ready now. Give me that 16-minute time limit. That's booking 101.
So on to the next match. We had Jericho versus MJF. What are your thoughts?
Here's my thing. Jericho needs to stop. I love Jericho. I think he's great. I think he's good. He's a great Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done watching.
You gave up on Jericho?
I gave up on Jericho. I can't. He's at a point where I don't think he has the ability to go far. And I think with a guy like MJF, who's still kind of green, even though he was trying to carry the match, he wasn't really fully carrying the match as well. I think they were great, but overall, it's not there. It's not there. I'm glad that MJF is going to join the inner circle, but I don't think Jericho has to do more.
You know what it is? I feel like Jericho is really smart wrestling. He's not smart with politics or anything. He's really dumb with all of that. But with wrestling, the man's a genius. Like genius. Like he understands wrestling.
He does.
I think the problem is he has it. Like he gets things. Like he understands what makes fun wrestling. But I feel like what makes it sad is I feel like Jericho wants to party. And Jericho is developing that rock star belly. Like, that's not going away, man. He's struggling. And that bubbly is really bubbling in there. And I feel like someone like we got used to seeing Jericho wrestle like Kurt Angle, like Brock Lesnar, like good quality wrestling.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're not used to seeing him wrestle like the Hulk Hogan.
He's not.
You know, like we're not used to it, and it's bad, man.
It's bad. And it goes back to what I'm saying where it's almost reaching Undertaker levels, where he's not there at an Undertaker match, but he is there in terms of maybe like it's not the Batista versus Undertaker levels anymore. It's gotten really bad. So again, I think for what it was, great match. I think it puts MJF over. We'll see how that goes within the inner circle. Woo! All right, now time for the main event. Main event.
You call this a main event?
I thought it was the main event. Yes, it was a main event. Eddie Kingston versus John Moxley. In my opinion, damn good match. Granted, the ending finish wasn't great. I thought it was a little lackluster. In my opinion, needed a little bit more.
Oh, really? You think so?
Yes. But overall, I think it was a great match. All a good match. Pretty good. I'm proud
going to mention his name one more time. I don't like mentioning his name because he's stupid. But you know what the problem is here? And you fell for it, and everyone fell for it. Oh, Eddie Kingston sounds so cool. Oh, man, he just, like, he's really delivering the goods, man. No one is ever this raw. He's lame. He's not a main eventer. He's not. Like, I'm sorry. You guys fell for a loser who has never accomplished anything major in pro wrestling, and you guys fell for it as a main eventer.
And that's why he lost. That's why he lost. And that's what I'm saying. That's why we got.
No. But I don't want to hear it. Up until like Friday or Thursday, a lot of my friends and you, not that many friends. I only have like 2 friends. But like you were telling me, oh, Eddie Kingston should win the title. Eddie Kingston should actually like.
I did not say that. I did not say that. Go back and watch. No, go back and watch the other show. First episode.
I'm not talking about
available on YouTube.
I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about Overcookers. You were saying, oh, let's drop the belt on that boy.
Okay. And I maybe because I got off of that promo that I saw, which really got me fired up on Wednesday. But here's the thing, right? And it goes back to what I'm saying. You are right. Everybody online and even the culture, they spoke. They said they wanted Eddie Kingston to win. Why? Because, and I'm glad you brought up, and I don't want to mention his name either because he's irrelevant. But I'm glad you brought it up, right? And so I'm going to put it to you like this. He's like a Paul Heyman. He swindled his way into the main event. Here's a guy who shouldn't, you're right, should not main event, could not main event. He has been in Indies forever, didn't do nothing with his life, right? And now, what'd he do? He swindled his way to get a title. He got under Jon Moxley's skin.
And even Moxley said it on Wednesday. Moxley was like, hey, you're all talk. And nobody listened. You didn't listen. Nobody listened.
Nobody.
We should have listened. We should have listened and saved me some money.
And like, guess what? That's the beauty of wrestling. When somebody it is, because as somebody as good, and I'm gonna give him props, somebody who's as good as a talker that Eddie Kingston, he's a great talker. He talked his way into the main event. He talked his way into getting fans to root for him. Go look at John Alba. Go look at Ryan Satin. Go look at every other purist wrestling journalist. They all were tweeting, I want Eddie Kingston to win. I want Eddie Kingston to win.
I hate to tell you guys, you got carnied, and I feel like
I
feel like my really smart wrestling mind should have come through and shown you all to not listen.
And guess what? You're right. But at the end of the day, you didn't get hoodwinked, but everybody else did. And that's why now we have a whole bunch of people angry because he did not win. They were angry at the fact that Jon Moxley won. And I said this last episode, I'm going to say it again. Jon Moxley is arguably at a point where he's rivaling Okada in title defenses.
No, man, hey, stop with these statements.
Which is why I'm saying when Kenny Omega officially beats Jon Moxley at Revolution, it's going to usher in an entire new era of wrestling. And Kenny Omega is going to reign. The cleaner is going to reign in 2021.
Well, he should. He should clean my pockets and take all my money. This should have been the main event already at Full Gear because it was a 1-year anniversary of their match. This was dumb. Eddie Kingston swindled all of you.
He did.
Only to quit like the loser that he is. He talked his way into the match.
He did.
But he never meant it. He never meant any of it, and he quit. He quit.
He did. And that's the beauty of wrestling. That in itself is the beauty of wrestling. So overall, you're great. You still sticking with the 4 out of 10?
Yes. This pay-per-view had a 4 out of 10. Wait. I gave you a 4 out of 10. What's your final rating?
I told you. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I think it was one of the best. I think it was the best pay-per-view of 2020.
6.5 out of 10.
There you go. The weekly finisher. You heard it here first. A 6 out of 10. Appreciate.
No, this is like a 7. All right, whatever. The point is, you told me at some point, oh, Eddie Kingston's storyline is so much better than Roman Reigns. I'm so embarrassed by y'all.
It was.
No, it's not. Roman Reigns is the hottest thing right now.
He was. This past Friday Night SmackDown was very lukewarm.
No, you're just hating on Roman Reigns.
Where do we go?
Like,
I'm not.
You're jealous of his team.
No. I will say one thing. No, I won't. I'll say this. I said this right now on this show. Roman Reigns is the hottest thing WWE has. If they were smart enough, they would capitalize it. I honestly think put Jey Uso as the Intercontinental Champion. I want Roman Reigns to reign on WWE.
What do you want them to do? What do you want them to do with Roman Reigns?
I want him to beat up Randy Orton and take his title.
That's what you want?
I want Roman Reigns. I want Roman Reigns.
The producer's laughing at you, man.
Yeah. You know why? Because that's what we need. We need to build this guy as the ultimate person so that when Royal Rumble comes along, we got Dwayne Johnson.
Man. Okay, I like that. But you're telling me the way to get there is through Randy Orton?
Yeah, because you know what? That's the problem, right? Right now we have too many stuff going on. Roman Reigns is your hottest item going on in WWE. So what they got to do, they got to make him be so bad that he's legitimately reigning the entire WWE. All of his family members have the championship.
He already beat up his whole family.
Yeah, and guess what? Now what happened Friday night? He's over here grooming Jey Uso. So how do you fix
he earned their respect? Okay, before we leave, I know we speak in absolutes. Randy Orton really is the most overrated wrestler of the past 20 years, man.
Let me tell you something. Randy Orton, again, a friend of the show, by the way. Friend of the show. I have to say something right now.
I will say, he used to be really dumb on his thoughts too, like Jericho, but then he learned the ways and he actually supports Black Lives Matter now. So, I like Randy Orton. I'm sorry.
Even though he sucks as a wrestler, he's a great
I'm sorry, Randy. I'm sorry.
Friend of the show. Hopefully you still are.
Okay, fine. The question of the week. Who is the most overrated wrestler of the past 20 years?
Overrated.
Okay, Randy Orton is the most overrated wrestler of the last 20 years.
Now, when you say
all time, I think Andre the Giant is the most overrated wrestler of all time.
Okay, I agree with that one. Here's my issue. When you say overrated, the categories for that is that in terms of like overall wrestling promos, everything?
No, it's someone that gets pushed all the time, and we never wanted to see him.
Andy would say John Cena.
I would have to say John Cena.
No, you're telling me John Cena is more overrated than Randy Orton?
I would say both Randy Orton and John Cena are both at the tippy top, but I think both of them are extremely overrated.
No, you are such a fanboy.
I'm not. I'm telling you right now. I think that's what I'm saying. I think Randy Orton and John. I mean, if you look back at the interview, Randy Orton was like, "I want to hit 15 times so that me and John Cena can fight at WrestleMania with Ric Flair on the corner, and whoever wins can beat Ric Flair's overall 16-time championship." That's the most lamest ass.
Wait. So you don't? Everyone else you're cool with? Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair.
All them old mother lovers. I don't care. I'm saying it right now. The modern era, I have to say, it's John Cena and Randy Orton. They both are talented.
That's why I'm so mad at you guys that we didn't get to meet John Cena that one time. And I feel like if you guys did it on purpose, and I didn't get to meet John Cena when we were in line.
Good, you didn't want to anyway.
Can we wrap?
It's because of this.
Let's wrap it up. You can follow all of us. Everyone. You can follow. He said, "Wrap it up." You can follow all of us at Weekly Finisher. You can listen to us on all of our social media accounts: iTunes, Apple Music, Amazon. You can watch this episode of Roger Talk Wrestling. Follow us on all of the weekly socials, and we will be there. You can follow me, A-Styles, at Styles, on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and all of the other social medias. Where can I follow you, Beef Supreme?
Hey, thing. We also got some views, but no one left comments. So love me. Leave comments.
Okay, so please leave comments. Give us your reactions. Do you agree with Beef Supreme, or do you agree with A-Styles? More, hopefully you agree with the A-Styles, because right now...
Are you a Taco Bell person or a taco person?
Beef Supreme is sounding like the 50+ of the ratings right now.
Okay, well, that's it. Have a good time.
We'll catch you guys all next week here on the Weekly Finisher.
And go Joe Biden.
Woohoo!
Woo!